When he sings, follow, call, and response. Please try to follow the Kirtan. Yeah. And the mantra, so can you get the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. The mantra will be there on the screen now. Yes, nothing can start.
evening. Thank you so much for coming in. So before we get started, kids, for all the kids, please, a big round of applause. We talked more about the kids need a little later. Now, maybe kids we can form into two groups. We get started. The first group, age 5 to 10, not this side. 5 to 10 years, please stand up. Okay, we march towards the entrance, please. 5 to 10. 5 to 10, how old are you? Perfect. Yes, please. And next group, please. 11 to 14, please. Yes. Anybody 11 to 14 on? Yes. Thank you. Alright, please keep moving. Please come and sit down. Grab your chairs wherever you want. There are some chairs in the front. Leave covers here for special chairs on the front. Alright, we will get started. So first of all, thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for all the volunteers. They left the room already. Uh, Interesting. Someone told me last class after the program. They told me they walked just 11,000 steps just by coming into the program, setting up, during the program, leaving the program. 11,000 steps. It's good for the health, but then you can imagine the amount of effort. So thank you everyone for all the wonderful efforts. So. Alright. Now, and thanks to all of you. You are the heroes and you are the heroes of the program. Remember? And so many of you gave wonderful compliments after the program. Something like, why do we have the program only a fortnight? We can't wait for the fortnight. Some of you, why don't you told me that? Some of you asked, why only 1.5 hours? Can you make it a little longer? That's it, doubtful. The third one was, can we bring our friends? And today I see lots of other friends of yours who have come last time. So thank you so much for that. And the biggest compliment I would say is you've come back for the session. I can see almost all the faces from last time. Yes, on the same squads as well. This family, that family, same squads, same squad. She hasn't changed, you were supposed to be there. And you were the same squad, Vishnu. Same squad. You were supposed to be there. Right. Yes, you are the same squad. Yeah, you must be supposed to be there. Yeah. And this family progress, Ashish family progress. Alright. So nice. This is the biggest compliment. Now, by no means I am eligible for this compliment. This compliment is out of your love and sincerity. I offer that to the Lord. And in response, I will try to make use of your time in the best way. That's I will compliment that. That's my humble take on that. Alright, so today time is going to be a big challenge. I'll give a warning upfront. We'll have lots of stories. So someone has to give me move on, alright. Let's look at the road. Lots of stories. Let's start with the story. The first one. Even before we move in, the first story is Akbar had a nice poet, singer in his court, yeah. His name was Tanzan, right? Tanzan, most of you know. So Akbar would ask him to give me, ask him to sing whenever he feels low. He felt low. He sort of connected with his voice so much that he said, when you sing, I feel so much heat of my soul. So please keep singing. One occasion he felt so sad, he came to Tanzan and asked, I think your singing is not going to work for me this time. Who is your teacher? I want one step higher than that. Who's your guru? Who's your teacher? Bring that person in, I want to hear from him. So Tanzan said, no, it won't work. Sorry. Yes, I am Akbar. I can call anyone in this whole country. Please, what's the problem? He said, no. My dear Akbar, my dear king, he is like a cuckoo. He sings for the sunrise, for welcoming the Lord. Not for business, not out of fear. He's not like me. He didn't say that. But if you want to hear him, we have to travel to Vrindavan. Morning Mangalarti time at 4 o'clock. He might come and sing for the Lord, to wake up the Lord for the day's start. And we might be able to hear him from the sides. So with all the hype, Albert thought his birth of a travel. So he went to Vrindavan, he heard. With his heart conquered. Then he realized why his singing was far superior than even Tanzan's one. Because, like all of us, we do our singing at the office, to our boss, to our customers, to our family, to our kids, out of requirement. But his guru's name, who knows his guru's name? Haridas. Haridas was his guru. So Akbar heard. Now, what's the point of the story? The story is Haridas was singing from his heart only to please the Lord. Now, before we came to the program, there was Kirtan going on, right? Now, some of you have thought last time, I came at 5:25. The request was 5:25. I came at 5:25, 5:30. But there was some singing, some concert was going on, some little boys were singing, right? Now, I won't dwell much deeper, but the glories of Harinam Sankirtan is so glorious. As we go into Bhagavad Gita, then you realize the glories of the Sankirtan. You will like, I should have been to the class 6 years earlier. But I will make you pay the price. If you come to the class, I will make you pay the price. I should have been earlier because it's not a concert. Kirtan means, does anyone hear Kirtana? Kirti. Kirti means to glorify. Praise, glorify. Kirtan, to glorify. Sankirtan, in a Sangha, together, doing Sankirtan of the Harinam Sankirtan is the most auspicious thing, but that's for later. So my request to you would be two things. Please try to come on time, which is 5:25, and please join the Kirtan while singing. It's like this. If I give you a piece of diamond, what can you do? Play with it? Might lose it. I say, keep the diamond. When you grow up, you will realize the value of it. Exactly. I'm giving you a piece of diamond. You may not know the value of it. Trust me. Keep the diamond. Just keep coming to the Kirtan. When you know it's a diamond, you'll be like, I have a diamond. Alright? So that's the point about singing. It's not in the syllabus. I just made it up right now. Not a story is made up. I just shared it right now. Let's move on. So welcome once again. We'll do a very, very, very quick recap of session 1. How many of you are new today? Quite a few new. Now you might wonder, why do you recap? New people might think, yes, I want to recap. I know you. But others think, no, I know this. We need a full course, we need a quiz, we have super memory, you remember. It is said that repetition is the mother of learning. So we'll quickly go repeat one. Second point. Now, earlier people used to be so intelligent. I'm not saying they weren't done here, don't get me wrong. People were so intelligent to the point that if they hear something once in their life, they can remember for the rest of their life. No need to write it down. That means their master was so good. They need a pustak. Now, if we think our master is so good, please don't bring notes. If you think our master needs little support, yes, please bring notes. Notebooks to make notes. I don't mind if you take a picture of whatever, that's fine. Take notes because phone will take lots of photos, it gets lost. Take notes. Alright, let's do the recap super quick. Thanks. Alright. If you want to help me, you can do this for classes. So you are now helping me for the new people who were not here last time. So, some famous myths about Bhagavad Gita. People think, oh, it's only for retired people. And we've got kids from age 2, 3, 4 onwards to all age groups. And it's only for people who are over 60s. With all respects to over 60s, nothing wrong about it. We are going to be there as well if we are alive. But Bhagavad Gita is for everyone. We discussed after. I won't go through all the points. For a fact, Krishna did not speak Bhagavad Gita to a rishi or a muni. He spoke to who was it? Householder, a warrior. Now, we discussed last time. We all been Jaipur as workplace. Oh, it's a cutthroat environment. No better cutthroat environment than a war field, a warrior. Of course, ICU specialists can say I deal with cutthroat environments, but it's others, not to our own self. Let's move on. Another myth, it's only for Indians, for Indian background people, and only for people from Hindu religion. It's a classic myth. No. It's like calling sun rises in the east, and then someone Aussie said, sun rises from our country first. Okay, means we are not giving the sun to anyone. Sun belongs to only us. Now, sun doesn't listen, sun moves on. Stars in west, sorry, east, that's for everyone. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is not just for Indians, not at all. It's like a sunrise rising in the east, but for everyone. Why? It is not linked to any particular religion. I'm touching some controversial subjects here. Touching our denomination. That's true. In my humble experience of reading Bhagavad Gita, I don't know how many other times, in so many years now, I did not come across one word called Hindu. There is no such word in Hindu in Bhagavad Gita. Alright. I've also had the good fortune to read so much of Shastras. Again, it's a good fortune to learn from my teachers. I've never come across the word Hindu anywhere. So this word is just a coined term to represent a group of people. That's all. No bigger than that. The true word is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana is eternal Dharma. Now, it's not only for East or West, it's for everyone, right? You see the point? It's for everyone. Let's move on. Alright, Bhagavad Gita is so good, but it's a very good ancient Vedic wisdom. It's not applicable in today's day and age where science and technology is all over the place. And we went through a lot of points there. Remember last time? We have guided missiles and misguided men and women. I'm not leaving anyone here. No, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains something so fundamental, it's not taught, sorry for dropping you, not taught in any school, unfortunately, that our current existence has two dimensions, material and spiritual. All we learn, study here is all only about material, nothing on spiritual. But Bhagavad Gita opens the door for both. I love this point. We are not human beings having spiritual experiences. We are spiritual beings having human experience. It changes the whole dilemma. Now, I'll pause there. Did anyone, please raise your hand, I will ask you any questions. Did you try reflecting on what we discussed 2 weeks ago? Anyone tried thinking about it? Reflecting? I won't ask you, don't worry, because
I don't remember everything.
that's why we're doing a recap. Let's move on. Okay, Bhagavad Gita is only, spirituality is only for people who are suffering and unhappy, not me. Is it true? Let's have a quick look. We did some number crunching. Remember? From ABS stats in Australia, this is the underlying cause of death by age group last decade. Suicide, accidental poisoning. I meant a very subtle term for substance abuse. What do you mean? What does substance can be? 2044, again, same two. The rank has increased, improved. 45, 64, again it's there. Alright, Australia is has a problem here. Let's move on to the gold one. Second leading cause of death. And these are people who have successfully executed their mission of suicide. I mean, success is a terrible word here. But there are more people who have tried. That number is not listed anywhere. Let's move on. That's the case of something happened. What about depression? It is said that 1 in half, like 1 in 2, will experience mental condition in their once, at least once in their lifetime. Once is a very low, I think more than that. And we discussed last session, on the 10 happiest countries in the world, 7 are European nations. But they are again the top 10 for most depressed and suicidal countries. Why? We discussed a fundamental question. So people who didn't come last week, I'm doing a recap, but not to the full extent, but you get the gist of it. The question we asked was, are people really happy and satisfied or not? Where do we find the answers? Help me out with this. You all remember this? I spoke to someone who came for Bhagavad Gita introduction like 6 years ago. Tell me one thing you remember from the previous on program. He said this photo, this granite. I said that's okay. Success, criteria met. So what was this story about? So this lady was just looking after the cage, the golden cage. Did not feed the parrot inside the cage. She was brushing the cage, doing everything, like how we do before we came to the program. That's okay. That's okay. Right? Now what's the problem with that is, if we are only looking after the cage, which is our body, outside, here the point about, then you're not looking after our inner health, inner well-being. Like this parrot, she looks so sad. Will be first sad, depressed, then will be existing, not living. Remember the point we discussed last time? We asked people, are you living or existing? I'm existing. Right. So what do we do with that? We need to feed our inner true self. What the food? I won't go through all the details. We can give various types of food, like charity, we get happiness, we help others, we get happiness. We go to temple, we get a little bit more happiness. But then where's the food needs for a true self? Where do we get that? The answer is Bhagavad Gita. Life's deeper unanswered questions. Where do we find the answers from? In Bhagavad Gita. It's more. We did some glorification of Bhagavad Gita last time. Gita Mahatmya. From Adi Shankara, he compares all the Vedic scriptures, all Vedic knowledge to a cow. Krishna to be the cow boy, will keep the cow, Asha to be the calf, and Gita to be the milk of the cow. That means what we are getting in Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedic knowledge. And then another Mahatmya, Lord Shiva to Mother Parvati in Bhagavad Purana. So glorious. I won't go through them all. The power of reading one chapter of Bhagavad Gita, half a chapter, few verses, one verse, half a verse, just reading Gita. Look. The summary of the whole point is, whenever Bhagavad Gita is read, recited, remembered, or taught, that place becomes sanctified. And the Supreme Lord Himself resides there. And the glories are so much, even half a sloka listening has so much of benefit. Why not? Alright, then what is Bhagavad Gita? So much of glories. What is Bhagavad Gita? Song of God. Help me. Song of God. What was the next point? Sorry? Good. 700 slokas. I can't see it. And 18 chapters. The scene of Bhagavad Gita happens in a battlefield. Please, you respond and go faster. I will go faster. Type is question and answer. And we discussed last time the best way of learning something is question and answer. And last week we didn't have time. By the way, mothers who have or parents who have young child under 5, there's a good play area there. Please feel free. Maybe pull that chair, you can sit close. The child wants you, stay close. Let them have Nice fun. If they're making so much noise, we go for a short walk. Otherwise, absolutely okay. We all are, most of us are family people here, we understand. But let's try to be understanding. So, reciprocal thing. Question and answer. Yes, Bhagavad Gita is not a book of commandments. Do this, or else you're going to hell. No, it's a book of choices and consequences. So the holy book. How many of you dust? Don't you put your hands up. How many of you dusted up your Bhagavad Gita from the altar after the session? Thank you being so honest. Thank you. I didn't expect, but thank you. Really appreciate that. It's not a holy book to pay respect and keep so high in the altar and you can't reach. And we went through so many points how by keeping Bhagavad Gita far away, it's like keeping a user manual. When things go wrong, we search, where is it? Like, if we learn Bhagavad Gita while we are happy and good and healthy, during tough times, which is just around the corner, we'll be well prepared for that. Alright, what are the 5 areas covered in Bhagavad Gita? Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma, Ishvara, living entities, Prakriti is material nature. So who am I? What is this world around me? Why am I taking birth? What's the purpose of my life? In what conditions am I living? Time. Time is an interesting factor. We all think time is linear, right? AC, DC, AD. Time is cyclical, not linear actually. We should study. Karma, activities, what to do, what not to do. That's all we know about karma, but there's plenty more in karma. Ishvara, the creator. So, who am I? Who is God? Why have I taken birth here? Are you okay with the level of noise? Okay. Let's try to manage. But it's alright. Why did I take birth? What am I doing here? What am I supposed to do? What's my relationship with God? Many questions which will cover. I'm looking at the clock. I'm looking at Kala here. Please, Krishna. Krishna says, I am Kala. Please be kind. Or time to go a little slower today. So we can spend more time together. Alright, entry criteria. Funny. My friend is there. I couldn't talk to you last time. I'm very sorry. I need to come and talk to you. Don't run away, please. 4 types of people approach Krishna. Bhagavad Gita. Remember? And I will. Okay, first category. Distress. Second category, distress. Third category, distress. Huh? So people who go to Krishna or come to Bhagavad Gita class, distress, worry, AI. Okay, what not to worry about? Everything to worry about. Okay, one more step. I was thinking about distress to make it do something new. When people are not well, they go to allopathy. If it's not working, they go to homeopathy. If it's still not working, they go to Tirupati. Finally, only then they remember Venkatachalamurti. Right. Wanting something, second category of people. Give me this, give me that. We discussed a lot last time. There's nothing wrong about asking. Kids constantly ask us, give me this, give me that. Nothing wrong about it. In fact, we shouldn't feel so bad about asking or not asking. But the problem is only asking. That was the problem. It's like going to a restaurant and saying, waiter, in this country, waiter, we only go. No waiter comes to us. Imagine, traditional restaurant, waiter, give me this, give me this. We treat God like that. Give me this, give me that, only for providing our orders. But for any relationship to flourish, what do you think is required? Reciprocation. Some give, some take, some give, some take. Now you may think, oh, what can I give God? I have a question. Tell me, what can you give God? Clue, last quote. Thank you, Shiva. Last quote from the last line. What quote is that? Who remembers?
Our time is very important.
Yes, for God, our availability is more important than our ability. Thank you. Look, these quotes are not fancy here, what you see, all of them. So much effort have gone into, devotees have put together, they've compiled it from Bhagavad Gita, from various teachers, they've put together, printed, take one or two, keep processing them over the week. They're so valuable. Please make use of them. Let's continue. Order taker. I'm putting a seed there. I will do this across the program, okay? I'll leave some traces to come back and relink. So don't treat God as an order taker, a seed, a reference point. Inquisitive, curious. I have questions. I don't know what Bhagavad Gita is. I just want to know. I just want to know. That's all. Fourth category are truly intelligent or devotees are people who I know this is absolute knowledge. I want to learn. The next category. And the fifth category, I'm looking at you now. Fifth category. Okay. Answer. People who come to Prashadam, sorry. People who go to the classes for Prashadam. That's okay. Prashadams are right. Safe. Thank you so much. Sixth category. I don't know why I'm here. My wife dragged me here. And then I share my honest thing. I was 5 and 6 combined together. Few years ago. Alright. No matter what, all are welcome as long as you pay the entry price. People who come new, how many please raise your hands now? This is the entry price. Okay? So please keep your wallet ready. You are laughing others. Yes. So the entry price for this program is open mind and empty pocket, as she answered. Yes. Open mind. What do you mean that is? With all due respect to your background, your upbringing, your culture, whatever you are, wherever you're coming from, we want to know something about spirituality. Let's please park them on the side for some time. Let's come here to open mind, a fresh start to learn something new. That will help to observe. If you start to relate A to B to C, I know this, I know that, then unfortunately your learning experience to be hampered. That's- But of course, you all have a free will. Open mind, then you process it. Closed pocket. So that's the price. Keep. We are not so cheap, or Krishna is not sure. Krishna is not so cheap that he wants something from your pocket. What can we give him? In fact, we want something more than that. That is you. The yes, you. We want yes the individual. Why? The best offering we have is ourselves. That's all. That's the price to pay. Let's move on. All right. Bhagavad Gita now. We are ready to Bhagavad Gita. 3 sections. 18 chapters. Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. We went through. How a typical jewel box will have a cover, the top portion, the bottom, a nice holder for the jewel in the middle. Similarly, Krishna has put karma and jnana as a top and bottom to place bhakti right in the middle. I'll reveal the whole game actually by the way, by saying this, but it's okay. It's open book secret. Similarly, it's like climbing a mountain. Mountain 1, Karma Yoga, we get here, we climb up, then we see a bigger purview of the whole situation. All the way down, we see Jnana Yoga. All 18 chapters. We went through this. In other simple contemporary terms, chapter 1 to 6 is about art of working, or how do we live, not exist. Second is about art of living. Whom do we love? How do we love? In what position do we keep the love towards the other person, which will stand test of time? Let go. You remember the example we gave? A bottle of water, half a kilo, 1 kg. How much does it weigh? Does it depend on actual weight? Depend on how long you have been holding on. So similarly in the heart, if you have been holding on to pain, whatever pain from the past, for so long, that is the proportion of the weight of the problem, not the actual incident. So how do we let go? Krishna teaches the art of letting go. Alright. Approach to studying Bhagavad Gita. Help me out. Shravana. So we hear, submissive humility, openness, Manana, reflecting deeply. So thank you for sharing, Meenakshi. You've been thinking about it. So Manana, Nididhyasana. And then the key point. So this whole exercise is not about just studying Bhagavad Gita, Sashi Slokas, memorization. It has benefits. Of course, very auspicious, as Lord Shiva tells Mother Parvati. But more important than that is how do we understand the wisdom. Otherwise, it will be like a parrot. We come here, we learn, we forget. So, what was my return promise for your investment? What's the investment?
Right.
Your little faith. What type of faith? Either it can be your own intrinsic faith or it's a borrowed faith. What's mean by borrowed faith?
Right.
By your partner or from your culture, from your parents, whatsoever. Little faith, that's enough. You've come here. And then you're putting your time now. For this investment, what's the output? Assured with outcome. By end of this program, you have jnana, knowledge, rati, attraction, knowledge about your own self, about God, attraction, and love. Assured to increase. Because you are investing your little faith and time. I was doing some mananam about this whole point. Even though I wrote this, I was processing that night after the class. I'm going to extend this and say this plus this, also plus your faith will increase. Now, when faith is going to be in the closed loop, more investment of faith and time, this increases more. So I was actually thinking that night, this can go in a circular loop, ever growing, your faith and time increases your faith in return, increases more. That was my later realization. Okay, and we also discussed lots of quotes. Yeah, that's of fun. That's not for you who came only today. Alright, let's move on. I'm okay with time. Session 2 begins. 1 minute water break, please. Thank you. How come kids are quiet? I won't jinx it. Please. Volunteers doing awesome job. Thank you. Session 2. Once again, welcome you all. Those who come a little late, please come on. 5:25. Okay, before we start the chant mantra, this is to praise to our teachers. For all of us, to whatever background you're coming from. It's a wonderful sloka. I'll just chant for sake of time. Maybe if you want, you can follow me. Om Ajnana Timrandasya Ajnana Timrandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Translation. I was born. If you can't accept this, that's okay. I was born in darkest ignorance, which we all are. And our spiritual teachers opened our eyes, our teachers from school, from everywhere, to say green is green, red is red. Can you prove green is green? Can you prove green is green and red is red? No. You listen to your teacher, you took it. Fortunately, in Australia also, green is green, red is red. We escaped. Alright? So, yes, we knew nothing, our teachers taught. So, this is the opportunity for us to pay our respects to our parents to start with, who taught us, who are our first teachers, and all teachers. They opened our eyes with the torch of knowledge because jnana is the torch which opens up and shows light to our life. Let's move on. So the whole first session, if we summarize into 4 E's as a framework, Bhagavad Gita is eternal. Timeless wisdom still relevant. So the whole session 1 in 4 E's. It's empowering. Helps us deal with anxiety, fear, confusion, all life situation. Essential. because it answers life's core questions. I love this part. This actually attracted me to Bhagavad Gita. It's experiential. It's not about theory. As we go into Bhagavad Gita, we start to understand that we take the points, we can enter into our life, a spiritual laboratory, and start applying those theory to get the results. Then it becomes experiential. Pratiksha Bhagavan Krishna says. Okay, let's get started. Chapter 1, finally. Oh, so many recaps, so many things to get to chapter 1, sloka 1. No, not too early. Alright. How can we start chapter 1 without the background? Mahabharata. Look, B.R. Chopra, we all know Mahabharata, right? Okay, classic. 1988, 89. Went for close to 100 sessions. Each session was for more than 1 hour. That means for 2 years, and you want it to cover in 15 minutes. I want to try. Alright, I'm going to try. So help me out. And I'm sure that you love Mahabharata. So we'll discuss more. Who does love? Let's discuss, but I will try to keep it in a way, little bit story, but we will try to extract some juice. That's more important, right? If I am saying some names wrong, you all know V.R. Chopra's Mahabharata better than me. Help me. Alright? Okay, the context. It starts as a family fight, right? Actually, it looks like that, but it's much bigger than that. So we all know the key. Let's call the key people out. Bhishma Dev, please. I'm going to call a very, very high level, so it's going to be super fast storytelling of Mahabharata. Alright? So Bhishma Dev, and then the three important people: Pandu, King Pandu, Dhritarashtra, and Vidura. Thank you. I'm going to really take more help. And Pandu was the king because Dhritarashtra was blind. And Pandu was also, yes, Pandu was doing the king. But he had a curse to die soon. So he died. Now then the job of caretaker, the key point there, a caretaker job came to Dhritarashtra until Pandu's children grew up. So the caretaker was Dhritarashtra in this case. I'm sure when I speak of these names, I can't erase the picturization of the people V.R. Chopra, right? It is so gone so deeply. I can think of playing the victim role to the highest extent. A victim. So yes, he was supposed to look after both the Pandavas and the Kauravas. He's a caretaker, and he's supposed to be doing the job of the father for all of them, without discrimination. And Kunti Maharani. Some of the names, if I say, I'm going to study this time, they say Bhishma Dev, 1 hour, it's not sufficient. Kunti Maharani, 2 hours, I'm not making this up. 2 hours not sufficient if you ask me to just talk about Kunti Maharani. I'm not showing off what I know about, please don't take me wrong, I know nothing. To all I've heard, to all I can remember, to share 2 hours of glorification just for Kunti Maharani is nothing. Awesome person. Kunti Maharani, despite losing her husband, going through so many struggles all through her life, I'll leave a seat there. Going through so much of trouble, I'll leave a seat there. Come back and check later. So the Pandavas and the Kauravas are growing up together. The childhood rivalry started from that time onwards. Pandavas were always virtuous, saintly, godly qualities. Kauravas were always envious. Okay, Duryodhana and the 100 sons. Remember? Yeah, always envious. They tried to. Good. One more line, they'll sleep. I can't even sleep. Yeah, I think it's okay. Good, thank you. You're all going to see, right? And I can't see this. So yeah, the rivalry started right from the childhood, and they were constantly trying to give poison, push to water, so many things, burn them, whatsoever. And the rivalry continued for a long time. But then Kuti Maharani kept on saying, Pandavas, just one more, just one more. Tolerate, tolerate. And it continued. Finally, time came for them to pass out from their school, from Gurukul, to choose the next prince. And now when the testing was going on, Kauravas and Pandavas were head on head. But in terms of qualities, Pandavas were right at the top. But Dhritarashtra, remember, he was not willing to give away. He wanted to fulfill his desire to rule, even though he was blind, through his son. Parents, sometimes we want to fulfill our desire through our children. Sorry, side point there. So Dhritarashtra, what he thought was, okay, just to avoid the problem, let's give equal share. So he gave an equal share of the kingdom to both Kauravas and Pandavas. And the equal share is a very understatement. All the useless barren land was given to Pandavas. Indraprashna. Are you able to follow me? Yes, yes. All the wealthy, prosperous land were taken by Kauravas. Please help me. Alright. Now, okay, before that, okay. After the division happened, Pandavas were trying to execute the Rashtriya Yajna. So they called the family all together and then Duryodhana and everyone came and they saw how Indraprastha has been turned into beautiful place because of the hard work, all the efforts. Enviousness, double dhamaka, increased, double, triple. And then they plotted such a way that, oh, this is too much, I want this also now. That means something, I want that also now. A developed property is for me. Undeveloped for you. You don't develop, then it's mine. That was the plot. Then they call him for a match. Now again, look, I know I'm flying super fast, right? Because it's the best we can do in 15-20 minutes per hour. A gambling match. Now we will have so many questions, but park them. So gambling match happened. It's all Shakuni. Who's Shakuni? Shakuni is Uncle Mama. Shakuni means, you all remember Shakuni? Yeah, you can't erase those figures from your head. Yeah. So Shakuni, with all his bice, not WISE, BICE. I can't pronounce any different for two. With all his cheating ideas, somehow the Kauravas won, the Pandavas lost everything. So much so that they lost everything, including their own self, and Draupadi as well. Draupadi, the key word here. We'll talk a bit more about Draupadi. Again, if I can say Vishnu 1 hour, Kunti 2 hours, Draupadi 3 hours is okay. Seriously. We'll talk a little bit about Draupadi today. So Draupadi, and you all know this very ill-famous pastime when Draupadi was disrobed. So she was being pulled out, she was insulted, she was pulled out. Now please picturize this scene, alright? So she's being pulled out, she's calling for help. She called the king for help. King played blind. He is his blind. Thank you, Kanchan, Anurag. I guess it must be. So, he played blind. So, king did not help. Then she asked help from all the other seniors in the assembly. Yeah, again, a big subject matter. They want to help, but they were tied down by their duty, so-called duties. This is something we learn from Bhagavad Gita. What is dharma? Sticking on to a duty and not following, is that dharma? You can question ourselves too. Sometimes we also stick on to something what we think is dharma, doesn't need to be. We'll park it for later. So the assembly did not help, king did not help. She asked from the husbands, they could help me as well. Then finally, now comes the point. She called Krishna for help. At that very moment, you know what Krishna was doing? Who knows? Yeah, kind of. In other words, actually, he was also, it said that he was actually playing. He's actually playing. So he was in Dwarka with Rukmini Devi. He's actually playing. And then when Draupadi called out, When a devotee calls out, Rukmini is Sakshat Lakshmi, right? Because of fortune. So she could hear the pain of the devotee. So he told Krishna, the devotee is in trouble. I want help. You know what was Krishna's response? I'm busy playing. Seriously, I'm busy playing. Cruel, right? I can't hear Draupadi. Yes, I can't hear Draupadi. I can't hear Draupadi. Because why? At the time when Draupadi was calling Krishna, so king ruled out, assembly ruled out, husband ruled out, everyone got ruled out. She was holding on to her own strength. So she was calling out Krishna like this. One hand on her, what do you call it? Dupatta sari, yes. On the sari. On the other hand, she was calling, hey Krishna, hey Govinda. One hand caller. Second hand still holding on. Krishna said, that call is disconnected. Call not connected. That connection did not happen. Rukmini heard Krishna, I'm not hearing the call. So Draupadi kept on holding, and then she could see that my power against Dushashana is not going to withstand for any longer. Then she, at that point, I'm going to pass. You know how we go to temple and how the male body person would pay obeisances? Tell me out. What do they do? Fall straight flat. It's called Ashtanga, 8 Angas. Then it becomes Ashtanga. Or in other words, it's called Dandavas. Danda means stick, Vat means fall like a stick. So men pay obeisances to the Lord or to any elders, falling on the floor like a stick. Women, how do they pay obeisances? They do Panchadana. The woman's upper portion of body and her abdomen is so sacred that it shouldn't even touch the ground. So Panchadana, Ashtakal Panchadana, only 5. Subtract 3, 5. So not able to even touch the ground. Such is a detailed point there. Such is a respect from Vedic times for a woman. Forget about what Bollywood told you, all comes about a female, about the whole body or whatever. The true respect for a woman starts at that level. That she is not even expected to pay obeisances to God laid with the top and the abdomen. Why? Abdomen gives the new life and the top portion sustains the new life by giving milk. So women is highly respected from the Vedic times. Nowadays, we talk about different education system in school. They teach that education, this education, dash. You all know what I'm talking about. Where is the value education? Where is the respect education? Like all of us, I can talk about Draupadi, I can keep on going the story. Let it be on the side for a moment. We should take the opportunity while studying Bhagavad Gita that boys in our home should be taught how to respect girls. Likewise, girls should be taught how to respect boys, because that also needs to be taught these days. Unfortunately. So now, what if we go on the side tour about all these obeisances? These two namaskar or obeisances we all know, right? There's a third category. Who knows? There's a third type of namaskar, obeisances, called Sharanagati. So that is this. So next time when you go to temple or you see somewhere the devotees hold their hand, 2 hands like this up, that is not a time pass I studied in a Catholic school from a kindergarten to year 12. In Christianity also this practice is there. Praise the Lord. I still remember my school. And we didn't know what we were doing. Every class, every hour, we stand up. Good morning, sir. God bless you. Praise the Lord. That was our school slogan. School slogan, I would have said it maybe 10,000 times from a kindergarten to year 12. That who cares who walks in? To be like, that's it. It's actually that raising the two hands is called Sharanagati. Gati means final destination. Gati, Nirgati, if I want destination. Gati means final destination. Sharanagati means at your lotus feet. So, Sharanagati, it's a huge subject matter, not for chapter 1, for the whole rest of Bhagavad Gita. In one way or the other, it will touch on this point about Sharanagati. This is a pinnacle point. But we have opened up one layer of Sharanagati today. So back to Draupadi. So until Draupadi did Sharanagati obey services, meaning I have nothing in my hand apart from your surrender. If you don't help me, I can't do anything. Until that point, and Krishna helped her after that point by giving unlimited sari. But the point there is to remember Draupadi did Sharanagati once. Remember this? I will come back to you. Let's move on. The whole drama happens, and then finally the king woke up and said, enough, don't do this. Because they can't do anything anymore. That's the point. She can't be touched. She grew. And then it was stopped, and then they came up with the great idea of banishing Pandavas to the forest for 12 years, 1 year of Agyatavas. And then the rule was, if they find it in 1 year, 2 years starts again. So basically, abandon it for good. That was the plan. Banish them for good. Alright, now they went to, time is flying. Now they went to forest. Duryodhana should be peaceful, right? He wasn't. Can't hold on to that. Now, even in the forest, they were making us little hard. They were doing their own best proposition of malvolition in forest also. And they can't keep quiet. So Duryodhana had a master plan. He sent the famous Rishi, a Muni. Durvasa Muni, thank you. Durvasa is famous for? Yeah. Maybe another time we'll talk about Durvasa. Actually, he has a close connection to Lord Shiva. He can be easily pleased and displeased like Lord Shiva. Ashutosh. So, yeah, he can be easily displeased. So the idea was Duryodhana was to send Durvasa Muni to their heart. And they are anyways incapable to serve him and his disciples, who were thousands in numbers. So they will get cursed by Durvasa Muni. So plan A is 12 years plus 1 year exile. Plan B is Durvasa Muni. Plan C was always to somehow get rid of them. So somehow get rid of them is Duryodhana's plan. So Durvasa Muni and the whole group arrives at the hut. And then now, a backstory. Draupadi has been blessed with a special vessel which all of male and female Yusimni wants. Akshaya Patra. Why? You think of Malibhar's masala. You think of dal. Who will think of dal with Akshaya Patra? Come on, think bigger. One, you cook, you don't have to. It cooks up. Two, how much ever you take up, it comes out. It doesn't feel so. You can keep on feeding him. He can eat the whole life, still he won't feed. Yeah? The vessel will not finish. I wish. If my wife hears this, she said, that's exactly. Why do we have to eat 3 times? Biggest complaint. So anyway, but it came with one constraint. The constraint was, after she finishes eating and she washes, dishwasher wash, job is done, then it won't work until next sunrise morning. Alright. So Duryodhana planned to send Durvasa Muni in such a way he planned Google Maps. The travel from A to B will take this long. He told the drivers, drive slow. Get there past sunset, she would have eaten. Now send Durvasa Muni, they can't serve, they'll be in trouble. So issues. So Durvasa Muni, they all arrived and then they said, oh, Pandavas, oh, welcome. Draupadi said, what welcome? It's like Bible, calling guests and what welcome? Nothing is there. They are like, welcome. Okay, let's go and take a shower, have a bath in the river, please go. And then Draupadi said, why are you so worried? Draupadi says, God, look at the pot. Pot is not washed. No food. Go and get some fruits, berries, whatever from the forest. He'll try to manage the situation. So Pandavas all went running to get some fruits or berries or whatsoever. And here Draupadi only once this time key point. Only once this time, she thought, oh Krishna. Remember? She just said, oh Krishna. Door opens, Krishna walks in. Door opens, Krishna walks in. I'll leave a reference point here. I'll conclude with the point later. Krishna walks in and then asks, he walks in straight, I'm hungry. Well, everyone is hungry today. After I washed up, everyone is hungry today. I'm hungry today. Give me some. And then, because I have nothing, sorry, I can't offer you anything. And then, because I gave you this Akshaya Patra, go and get it. Must be something there. No, nothing is there. Bring the pot. So she brings the pot and then Krishna searches and finds half a grain of rice hiding. Wash, dishwasher, daily projects. And usually happens in our homes. Husband dishwashers. Never fails. Please put your hands up if you have guts to say you are the dishwasher. Look at my hands. Can you see any lines there? You cannot. Because I wear gloves. What Vijay seems to be, no? My life sustenance is based on washing pots. Actually, no, there's a horoscope palm reading, right? Husbands don't go for the job. You can fail. All your lines are gone. Washing pots, what to speak of. Getting your palm history. Alright. So Krishna finds a half a rice particle and then he eats. When Krishna is offered, the whole Gagancha is full. And Durvasa Muni and all their disciples for taking a bath in the river are feeling full. Tummy full? No, neck full. Full until neck. And now they are in the problem of thinking, if we go to Pandavas, they would have nicely prepared. Now, we will be offending them by going to their place. Let's walk off quietly. So left from bath, tummy is full, they walk off. Now the point about the correction here I want to make here is, last time when Draupadi was insulted, she had to do not Ashtangal, not Panchagal, Sharanagati. This time what did she do? Oh Krishna. What is it calling her? Oh Krishna. Krishna walks in. I'll take a detour here. When we are kids, or when we were kids, or when we are kids, remember we used to have this play. Kid, put the kid in somewhere, little taller place, and then the dad or mom would say, jump, 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 and we'll catch you. You all remember the game? Jump, 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 and catch you. The dad or mom will say, the parent, I'll make it generic. The parent will say, jump, 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 I will catch you. The child will say, catch, I will jump. The parent will say, jump, I will catch. Are you following me? Jump, catch. The child says, oh, catch, only I will jump. And then the parent will insist, no, jump, I will catch you, trust me. No, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. And then finally, somehow, we force the child so much, the child jumps. Remember how the child jumps? Not like this. The child jumps like this. Hands down. Sharanagati. I have trusted your word. I don't know my destination. I've jumped off the cliff. Better keep up your word, parent. And then the father or the mother, the parent catches the child. Now the child has learned trust. What? This guy actually at least follows something. Right? But the parent also has learned something. Help me. That you trust me. That you trust me. You take shelter of me. Now you can guess that I'm going to do it, right? But don't worry, please come back. So, next time when the child is given the same play, put the child up. This time, the parent says, jump, jump. What will the child do? Jump straight away. Straight away, right? It's exactly happened in this case as well. Draupadi first time took Sharanagati, she took shelter of Krishna so sincerely from her heart that next time when she calls for help, you don't need to call me. I'm there for you. And from a parent's side, from a child's side is, I have taken shelter of you. This time I'm not even calling you. Oh Krishna. That's enough. Huh? Just remembering him. Why? Sharanagati is not a one-off. It's a process. But when it is done with the heart, it is. Lord Ram makes a promise. This is not in my script. Nothing is in my script. Lord Ram comes to Bhuma Devi. If anyone takes shelter of me only once in their life, I am intended to protect them, to look after them for eternity. We should move on. The clock is not going as slow as I wish to. Let's move on. Sharanagati, child parent game, yes, we went through that. If I forget something, I'll do it in the recap. Recap, we won't go through all details. Alright, now back to where? Mahabharata. We went to different play game, right? Back to Mahabharata. What's happening? Okay, all the 12, 13 years are done. They're going back. Now they're trying to get return. Plea for peace. Let's game done, over. Give me my Indraprastha back. But then, not accepted. Krishna even goes as messenger, asking, alright, can you give something? Peace deal. Then he asks for at least five villages. Then the answer was, not even a needle hole. Needle's eye. Not even a needle's hole. I'm not giving any risk. Inevitable. You know, in step number 5, I can think of three, four stories as good as or better than what I narrated. But in the whole of Mahabharata, devotees who know me, they know this. I love of all the pastimes, 2 of them. So keep coming to the program. I'll share them towards some time later. But my heart will pour for those leelas, those pastimes. Because if you think this is touching, that is all. Alright, Mahabharata. So now, time for this. Look, the lesson, we can learn a lot from Mahabharata, but the story, the narration, the point I'm trying to make here is about taking shelter. That prepares us to study Bhagavad Gita. We can get so many actions of Mahabharata, taking shelter. Everyone goes through. I now rather say this. We have ICU doctor here, right? Or other doctors also. If a patient gets to the hospital and then they put it to the monitor, what wave do we expect to see? A sine wave? A sine wave? Right? If the wave is flat, job done. Okay. In our life also, if we think we are going through ups and downs, going through troubles, that's meant to be that way. That's a sine wave. If it's flat, I'm sorry. One beautiful point about the Christian prayer, I don't want to share this. So beautiful. Just bear with me with time. Look at this. Let's catch up. One of the Christian prayers goes like this. This person prays that when I'm happy, and this prayer is making while walking in the beach. Okay, follow me. Walking in the beach with footsteps as an analogy. When I'm happy, I see lots of footsteps around me without any invitation. Like how birds go to a tree when there's fruits without invitation. Similarly, I have lots of friends that I'm happy when I'm happy. I see lots of fruit around me when I'm happy. When I'm sad, most of the food are not visible. When I call out for you, my dear God, then I see 4 footsteps, which is my 2 legs and God you. So I see you next to me when I call out for help, when I'm in difficulties. When the difficulty gets much more harder, I take shelter of you. Then I start to see only 2 foots on the beach. Oh my God, are you also like one of my friends and relatives? Then I'm happy you are there. You are calling out, you are still there. They're taking shelter of you, you are there, not there also. This Christian prayer's response, God answers and says, Until you are happy, you are on your foot. Until you called out, you are on your foot. When you took shelter of me, those 2 foot you see is not yours. It's mine, and I am carrying you. And I am carrying you. So taking a shelter is a fundamental across, a fundamental point about relationship between a jiva and the Lord. These are all foundations. Can I park the question for a little later? I'm sorry, Ashish, because time is. I'll park. Okay, I'll surely come back to you. Now, in Mahabharata, across you will find this Krishna's loving interventions. Isn't it? Sometimes to the point you will think this is match fixing. Krishna comes and solves all the problems. Whatever group of them in, he'll come and fix it. Those interventions are loving interventions in such a way. Gita is not just philosophy, but a loving exchange between Krishna and his devotees. Similarly, this unseen hand was with Pandavas all the time. So similarly, when we learn the nature of Krishna, of the Lord, and we discussed a lot about shelter and Sharanagati today, we also experience. Let's move on. We are in chapter 1 finally. Put the clock back by 1 hour. First chapter has these many slokas. I was going to do this together, but there's no time. Most of you would know this sloka, right? Chapter 1 sloka are very famous. Now Dhritarashtra is asking question. Does not change the right? The translation is Dhritarashtra is asking questions. So Bhagavad Gita starts with the question. Now, bit of a context here. Dhritarashtra is blind. Sanjaya is helping. When did Doordarshan start? When did Doordarshan start? Ask ChatGPT. 1959. I tried this wrong. No. First Doordarshan was 5,000 years ago. Doordarshan. Long distance vision first started, kicked off. Sanjaya's spiritual master was Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva. And Dhritarashtra is blind. Sanjaya, they are sitting in the palace. So Vyasadeva blessed Sanjaya with Doordarshan. Beginning of Doordarshan is not there. Right? And then he was enabled to see. So he's asking a question. We discuss a lot. We'll do it when we do later sloka by slokas, but so many points in this sloka alone. In one sense, it's a stupid question. After going to battlefield, what did they do? Right? It's like, the cricket match is about to start. Toss is done. And the franchisee owner is asking, what happened? They ate. Match is about to start. Let's move on. So what did they do? By the way, very important sloka. Last chapter, last sloka. Our program finishes right here. Okay, this is the last sloka of last chapter. Love this sloka. Help the invitation of Krishna. Help the heart of Krishna. Tandrashti Vijayo Bhuti Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Translation: wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Arjuna, there will certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That's what we do. This is the answer given by Sanjaya. After hearing whole Bhagavad Gita, for that question, the answer is if Krishna and Arjuna are there, forget it. If I want to say this in a different way, for cricket lovers, wherever there is Kohli, wherever there is Bumrah, they will be winning for sure. We wish. Right? So, here the question is asked, but for us to learn from here is, wherever there is Lord, and there is the devotee, and the devotion is available, then that place has immense opulence, victory, stream, vijaya, bhuti. So this is something which you all can take. For that question, the answer of Bhagavad Gita is, wherever there is Lord, and there is a devotee, instead of Ashna, then you put your name. Program over done. Sloka 1 done. Last sloka done. Back up.
Prashadam is there. Oh, by the way, yes. Look at this. Even what do we do? Press power again. Sorry? Any button to cancel it. Is the wrong button to the straight away.
Let's wait for the help. That's fine. I press the wrong button by saying program over. Even Prashant is saying no, program is not over. Let's move on. Oh, I want to share this. Okay, anyways. Wait. Take some water. Sorry, it was my mistake. When he asked, I pressed comment. Alright, anyways, I'll keep. Hare Krishna. Break time over. Ramya? No. Not that. Wrong person, Ramya. Alright, the question is this. Next slide. I don't want to see this. If this session was a movie, who would be the hero? Huh? Us. Good. More answers quickly. Ask question. If this session was a movie, who would be the hero? Monica. Those of you who come to this program, the first session, have seen this question. So, open question. Yes. Thank you so much. Sorry for the trouble. Us. I tricked you. I changed the question. The question then was, if this program was a movie, who was the hero? And that's not changing. Yes, you all are the heroes of this program. So put your time and effort to be here. But the question is, this session, who will be the hero? Right? Let's move on. I'm not answering that. Now we are into chapter 1. So like in a typical cricket match, the team players are being introduced. So first 20 slokas of Bhagavad Gita is about introduction. Who's in the zoo? And different teams. And hero entry 1.21. You know how the hero enters? Like this. This is the best car I could find, the Rolls Royce. And you know how the hero enters in a movie? You know the right? The car flies in, revolves around multiple times. And then someone goes and opens the door, and the hero comes up. Where does the camera start from? Father Action. Isn't it? Starts from the Father Action. From the Father Action, the camera starts. Similarly, if you put the camera now, in 1.21, the hero entry came in this flashy car. The door opens up, the hero gets down, the camera goes down, going up. Who's the hero? Arjuna. The one who is in the cushy seat is very important. Even making lots of jokes to wake you all up. But the point here is very, very serious. Very important to note. In such a flashy car, the one who's sitting in the best seat is the co-hero, the support hero, not the main hero. Whereas the actual hero comes as a driver, comes as a charity. This is the supreme divine, supreme personality of Godhead, whose first time coming into Bhagavad Gita, the launch pad. All the opening scene goes to Arjuna. And here is a driver sitting there quietly. And that's how he is. He is doing the role of a driver, Sarthi. Right? We can learn a lot. Even before he uttered a word in Bhagavad Gita, no word spoken yet, a lesson he is teaching all of us. Humility. Humility is said the mother of all good qualities. Mother of all good qualities is humility. If you imagine a ground, a fertile soil with no weeds, That's unity. You can raise plants, fruits, flowers, any good qualities can only raise on the platform of humility. The very first lesson. Even before, it's interesting quote. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Your actions are too loud. We can see this in two ways. I can't hear you. Krishna, your action is too loud. You have displayed humility so much, you don't need to even speak a word anymore. The same goes the other way also. I can't hear you. You're too flashy. Your behavior is too flashy. Sometimes people don't open mouth, right? Be like, this person is not for me. Don't open your mouth. So yes, don't open mouth. The very first lesson. Acharya. The word acharya comes from two parts. Achar and prachar. A person whose achar and prachar are aligned, that person alone can be called acharya. Achar means behaviors. Prachar means words. If you imagine I'm speaking all this Bhagavad Gita, if I'm standing outside after this program and I'm doing whatever I should be doing, then I want to name in front of kids. First of all, I'm not acharya. I can excuse myself. But even as a practitioner of Bhagavad Gita, I'm free. So, I can speak more on that, but I'm going to move on. So then Krishna, and the first instruction of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna tells Krishna what to do. Please, we can study Bhagavad Gita in numerous different ways, but the way we are trying to understand is from an emotional perspective. Arjuna tells Krishna, take me there. And Krishna obeys him. Remember, I parked the point about order taker. No one reminded me. What is this audience? I'll leave some trace and ask you to remind me later. This is the order taker. Here also Krishna is taking order. Back then, the second category of criteria for wealth seeker, I said no. Here I'm saying yes. What's the difference? Arjuna is also asking Krishna to take an order. What's the difference here? Too much? Too long? Too boring? There is a reciprocation of love. In that reciprocation of love, order taking is alright. Dad or mom goes to work, comes back home, so tired. I can't do anything more physically. Nothing doing. The kid, small kid like this comes and runs and says, Papa, I want to play with you. What mama? What game? Wrestling game. Wrestling game after my steering committee meeting. And then the parent says, all right. And then this time what? I am winning and you are losing. So the child goes on top and smashes. I have smashing in the office already. He came home. Now, get defeated to me, orders the child, and the parent obeys. What's happening there, my dear friends? It's a loving relationship. Then order makes a sense. Without relationship, even request doesn't make sense. Oh, does it mean if you become a devotee, can you make an order? If you become a devotee, you will know how to order. Alright, let's move on. After Krishna takes Arjuna in front of the whole Kurus and so many things happen anyways. I won't go too quickly. I won't go through all details. Arjuna breaks down looking at the whole family. Basically, what's happening there, one important point is Arjuna is Nityasiddha. Eternally, he is companion of Krishna. He doesn't need to go down. Krishna has to put one injection, downgrade injection. We are all trying to upscale. For Arjuna, it was downgrade. The button was downgrade. You now come to human platform. So you can ask questions which are relevant for human beings. Otherwise, until that point, Arjuna is Nityasiddha platform. He has to come to Nitya Baddha, condition like us. So the operation there, when Krishna takes in front of the whole Kurus and says, Kurusa, what happens there internally is step down of Arjuna, downgrade of Arjuna's consciousness. Okay, anyways, all happens and Arjuna gets so many reasons. Oh, this is my uncle, this is my teacher, this is my grandfather. I'm not kidding. I'm not fighting. I'm running away. And he gave lots of reasons. This dharma, that dharma, Kula dharma, Pitru dharma, Sri dharma. So many dharmas he quoted and said, I'm not doing. I'm not doing this. And then he said, I'm going to run away and retire. Remember the very first week he wrote. Bhagavad Gita is for people who retire. Here someone wants to retire or run away. Right now retire means we all want to. The great Australian dream is no more house. Retirement. We all want that. What I mean by here is running away. Here Krishna is saying stop. Who said spirituality is for lazy people? No. He's insisting do something about it, which is going to guide. So, quote here. Gita doesn't begin with philosophy, it begins with psychology. Arjuna's problem is our problem. He has so many options, but he has no clarity. They are really strong but emotionally weak. This is us, by the way. I'll spend a minute on this. So many options. Why do we all earn money? For many reasons. If I ask you, if you drill down, keep going on to the bottom of it, it will stop somewhere at the point of having many options in life. It opens up options. And by leaving so much of fortune for our kids, what's the good thing about? They can have lots of options in life, isn't it? What's the point of having options when they can't make a decision? If you have lots of options, if you don't know how to make a decision, what is having an option more or curse? Forget about kids, our own self. Having an option is good only when you know how to make a choice. Otherwise, no option, good option. So we all try to have so many options in life, but if we don't build up our decision-making capabilities, we should study about it later. Mentally strong, emotionally weak. 30 seconds of that. Earlier times, for recruitment, they say they used to look at the criteria of hand-eye coordination, factory jobs. Later on, what became popular? IQ. People with high IQ gets the best job. Now, what do they look for? EQ. Why? If you have so much IQ and you can't make right decisions under pressure, if your emotional quotient is so weak, your IQ becomes jammed. You will be able to make good IQ. It's like this, I have so much money in my bank account. All the money is now demonetized. Very until new money comes out. You are sure. So until EQ is enabled, IQ cannot be accessed. So we are all literally so strong. We build our IQ so much. Without that, we are sure. Likewise, having so many options is what we are running every day, Monday to Friday for. But if you don't know how to make the choice, right choice, it's the point. Many reflections on this. So beautiful, I've just given so much in one small point here. This is the irony of today's world. Buildings are taller. People's thoughts are so small, isn't it? Roads are clean. People's mind are far more filthy and dirty. So much of speed, no direction. I'll add one more. So many degrees in universities, no common sense. Isn't it? So many degrees, no common sense. Like Arjuna, we need guidance beyond this, all these things. A very important point. Here I will talk about Arjuna a bit more, how powerful warrior he was. If you all know Mahabharata, he single-handedly found all of the Kauravas in one battle even before Mahabharata. What is that? Yes, Virat. So, he could manage, he could defeat all of them single-handedly, but he was defeated by his own mind. He dropped first chapter, last sloka starts at the point where Krishna, I'm dropping my Gandiva. I'm not doing this. A person can single-handedly fight. Why? He sat down, his mind was strong. A very important thing happened there. In that state, he turned to Krishna and asked, what do I do? Please guide me. In our life also, which you all have done by coming to the program, that stop relying on our own selves with our IQs and EQs and start to understand Bhagavad Gita, what it is, how it can help me in my life for all purposes. That's when Gita begins. Gita begins at the point when we say, so next class, next session, we're going to start with this point, which is finally 2.7, beautiful sloka. Every Shastra, every Purana, every Shastra has a starting point, question. For Bhagavad Gita, the question is 2.7. We'll do it next week. There's no time there. So in that sloka, Arjuna will say, Krishna, I will say, I will student, I am done. Please guide me. Second lesson. Remember, Krishna hasn't spoken a word yet. We'll wind up in another 5 minutes, alright? Second lesson, before speaking a word, do not give advice without asking. Krishna did not start Gita before Arjuna said 2.7. So actually 2.7, make a note, is the start of Bhagavad Gita's trigger moment of tell me, which will go to next class. So don't give advice unless asked. Another silent lesson to Krishna speaking at all. Third lesson we will do next time. Art of communication. We all have a job something with communication, right? Trust me, when I learned it, when I understood what is the art of communication, the way it's written in Bhagavad Gita, mind blowing. I'm not making up because the last sloka or last slide, seriously. The third lesson we will see from Krishna for 2.7 is the art of communication. Alright, quiz time, fun time. That means we are ending the program soon. Prashant is going to open very soon. Alright, quiz time. Help me out to answer, otherwise, how many slokas in chapter 1? Huh? 44, someone said. Give me one answer. 46. 4 E's framework. Let's see. Who remembers that? Sorry? Eternal. Empowerment. Experiential. Yep. Essential. Thank you. Good. Your master is good, but still carrying on outside. Good. 3 types of obeisances we learned today. Ashtanga, Panchanga, Sharanagati. And we discussed so many things in that. Not to be hard sculpted though, I can. Last sloka of Bhagavad Gita, number 72. Oh. And what is on the end? 78. Now comes a very important question. Out of syllabus question. See, this gets harder. Out of syllabus. We did not cover this in the class today. We really heard this class to the point where Arjuna stopped his mental situation. What could be Krishna's first response? The choices are. Option A, praise and punish. Option B, laugh and lecture. Option C, smile and scold. Option D, hearken hit. Please, one at a time. No, tell me the exact word. I can't hear A, B, C. Laugh and lecture. I'll tell you. That's what we do, right? Laugh and lecture. Okay. Final score. What do you think? Final score? Okay, more. Please cover someone A and D also. Who said D? D. Siraj, I love that. I love the way of thinking. One arm and one hit. It works, right? Sama made the danda. It's actually a proper Vedic process. It works. It has its place. I'm not giving answer. Come back. Alright, let's do a quick recap. Very important, the program starts at 5:25. Again, we discussed before our availability and our time. Do we go there to our interviews? We don't. Please, I know it's very hard. It's Saturday. Don't be relaxed, chilled out. But please come here. That way, on time. We want to hear Kirtan starts. Today we spoke about Kirtan. Akbar and good memory. Thank you. Help me fast with Vyakashan. We discussed Mahabharata in a very high level helicopter view, but we stopped at 2 points, 2 stories. What the 2 stories are? Draupadi's insult on one answer to side. Durvasa Muni, yes, in the forest. Durvasa Muni visiting Kandala. Right? Sure? Perfect. If you understand, I'm very happy. Because you are a pillar of my class. Alright. And the key point in that we discussed was exactly. Sharanagati gets start and Sharanagati BAU. Right? One Sharanagati then gets into BAU more. But one Sharanagati is a big push. And then what did Draupadi do second time? Krishna. That's all. Oh, Krishna. That's enough. Previous time, dress gone, sari gone, hair gone. Then comes Krishna. First Sharanagati, big mountain. Then on Sharanagati, one call away. But in Sharanagati is a discussion for rest of whole Bhagavad Gita. Alright. We discussed chapter 1, sloka 1, and then 1878. The side hero entry. The hero entry, remember? The Rolls Royce car, and then the humble entry. The first lesson from Krishna, even before uttering the word, humility, the mother of all good qualities. And Arjuna gives a wants to run away, but Krishna stops. A quick flow of chapter 1. So Dhritarashtra asks the question, and then to Sanjaya because his life, and then after all the parties are being introduced, and then Krishna doesn't come to the picture, Arjuna comes to the picture, Krishna has a humble entry point as a driver, and then Arjuna gives instruction, take me there. And Krishna follows, obeys the order, takes Arjuna there, and then after Krishna downgrades Arjuna. Very key point. Or else he's not a person to get confused. He got confused, so he can ask questions, so he get the answers. And then after he had so many arguments, not to fight. Valid moral reasons, but Krishna is going to defeat them all. And then after final sloka, Arjuna does, I'm quitting, I'm running away, I'm dropping my Gandhiva, my hands are shivering, my skin is burning. How many slokas in the first chapter? Running away. And second chapter starts, where 2.7, Arjuna is going to take an important step of starting surrendering process, beginning of surrender. And then Arjuna takes shelter and asks questions. So remember, open mind, very important. He's going to take, when he asks, please help me out, he goes to open mind. Hence, for our class, the entry criteria was open. Because Arjuna showed that. My reference point was Arjuna. Alright, I keep showing this only. First class also, second class. I keep saying, come back, yes. This is our only. You can imagine this to be our individual spiritual path. Imagine this is your hand. Today is session number 2. Those who have put 2 coins can have 2 coins in your spiritual hundi. Those who come today for the first time, 1 coin. Next week in chapter 2, I'm going to quote you the exact sloka, what it really means. You keep on showing this nice, what is this? Next class. Which will find what this hundi is about. Alright, some quotes to reflect and then we are done. From chapter 1 thought process. Please, these quotes are not jokes, are very serious, so much to reflect on. Never make irreversible decisions in life based on reversible emotions. Arjuna was not do that. He was trying to make an irreversible decision of not fighting. based on a reversible emotion. But fortunately, he considers Krishna. In our life, my dear friends, how many times we have made hopefully reversible or irreversible decisions based on some reversible emotions? Another good quote, last one. Living the Gita in our life is not about turning back the clock. It's about turning on the compass. What I mean by that is, it's not about, oh, I wish I did that before. Oh, I wish I didn't do it before. Oh, I wish this only has changed my life. I'll have done it better. No, 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 no. If you understand Bhagavad Gita, you will clearly understand something. It's not about winding the clock back, setting the compass right now with the direction where to go. We are all at the right place at the right time in the classroom of God, going through each of our education individually. The big statement, reflect on that. We are in the classroom of God, exactly the place where we are meant to be. Either we are learning or we are not learning. That's with us the problem. Alright, for last two sessions, we couldn't have any time for question and answer. This is not how I do my programs, even my weekly programs. People know me very well. But so many stories, what will happen? Time flies. I'll take some time for next class. You have a question, you can leave it to one-on-one, but if it's a useful question, we'll share with the public. I guarantee we'll have some more time for questions next time. On next session, 20th September, please make a note, 5:25. The sneak peek, chapter 2. Who am I? Really, who am I? In this golden cage? Of course, we're all golden cages. I mean, when it is really golden cages. And then the hero is going to finally speak something. Finally speak something. Chapter 2. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for your time, kind attention. It's a lengthy class, and kids will come back here for the record. They're coming. Perfect. Thank you so much for your patience. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
How about you stop that and come back to the same stage?